Hey everyone, welcome back to another video on my thoughts on movies and stuff. Today's video is on Those Who Wish Me Dead, a 2021 neo-western film by Taylor Sheridan. A teenage murder witness finds himself pursued by twin assassins in the Montana wilderness with a survival expert tasked with keeping him safe, and a forest fire threatening to consume them all. And that's it, another short synopsis. Now I have a few things to say about this movie, but so do the guys. So before we let them take it away, why don't you go ahead and hit that big red button. Yeah, that's right, subscribe. We're trying to reach a goal of 1,000 subscribers and we're almost about halfway there. So we'd really appreciate it if you hit subscribe and you share this video with your friends so they can subscribe as well. Don't forget to hit the bell to be notified about every time we upload. And if you'd really like to let us know that we're doing a good job, become a bro by becoming a patron. Patrons get early access, behind the scenes content, and all sorts of other perks. So why don't you come on down and let us hold $1. All done subscribing? Great. On with the show. Those Who Wish Me Dead. Ugh. What? I didn't like it. What do you mean? You love Angelina Jolie. Yeah, still do. Never said she was the problem. Well then what is the problem? I just didn't know what to focus on. Who am I watching here? Am I watching Hannah, Connor, the Hitman? You're meant to watch all of them? And I wouldn't have had a problem with that if there was some more depth to these characters. Really, the only thing flatter than these characters was this movie's pitiful climax. The climax was not flat. Nothing happened in the third act, my guy. We watched Patrick beat the living daylights out of Hannah. That was painful to watch. See? Alright, but let's be honest. We all knew that Hannah and Connor were gonna find their way out from under him. Obviously, but that doesn't mean that it was flat. Was it the most entertaining third act ever? No. But that doesn't mean that it sucked. Alright, I can give you that. But for a moment, can we just talk about this mysterious shadow organization that's meant to keep things secret by keeping people quiet? And by quiet, you mean killing people? Exactly. What about them? Well, firstly, I imagine that it was not cheap to have cost Tyler Perry. So why only have him around for like 5 minutes? Yeah, more Tyler Perry would have been awesome. He is actually a really good actor. Secondly, why were they so incompetent? I wouldn't call them incompetent. They blew up an entire house to be rid of evidence. Yet one of them still managed to get blood on his shirt? These guys suck from the moment this movie began. Ooh, that's a good point. But even that can be overlooked. Honestly, I guess that just comes with the territory of, keeping people quiet. But everything else after that? Pitiful. I will admit, they should not have had as much trouble as they did at the fire tower. And what makes their part in this even worse is this terrible crisscrossing of storylines. In what way? Just slightly too much focus placed on the assassins. Not enough to make them feel like they aren't bad guys, but just enough to make them feel human enough that you could cheer them on. Cheer them on? Cheer them on? They were shooting civilians, guy two. They had to do it. They were throwing around a pregnant lady like a rag doll. They didn't enjoy it though. And that justifies what they did? No, it shows us that they were trying to do their job and that they had to do things that they didn't want to do in order to get it done. And that's meant to make me want to cheer them on. Me. Maybe not, but it did at least make their deaths feel like a loss. Not a complete loss, because, once again, these characters are so shallow. Well, I was glad to see them die. Yeah, of course, you sadist. What? I don't know, I could have sworn that you said a little something there. You're just imagining it. Honestly, I don't know why I ever expected this movie to be something really impressive. Because Angelina Jolie. Oh yeah, that's how they got me. Otherwise, I would have noticed that this is just an hour and 40-minute long ad for forest firefighters. Yeah, no, I can't debate that. Thank you. Alright. Maybe the story wasn't amazing. Maybe the characters were more archetypes than actual characters. But one thing you'll have to admit is that the action sequences were pretty good. There, I have to admit, the movie does quite well. Watching Hannah and Connor try and dodge lightning while running through the field. Oh yeah, that was pretty nuts. And this is a real testament to the lighting of the movie because, bruh, the forest fire? Yeah, that looked real. It felt real. Ominous, even. Like an indomitable act of nature. A blaze straight from the cavernous pits of Tartarus. sizzling, scorching scarlet right from hell. A monster that consumes everything in its path. Yeah. But seriously, what is up with those hitmen? You're still on that? If they're twin assassins, why did they not look like twins? One of them was definitely older than the other. But I don't know, guys. Was Those Who Wish Me Dead a scorching hot film, or was it just a spark to be fizzled out? As always, I'm gonna kick this monologue off by being honest, and I'm gonna say I didn't really like this one. I wouldn't say I hate it, and I don't think that it's poorly put together. I just don't think that the overall product is really worth it. Despite that, the cast is phenomenal, and they work together well in order to elevate the film. Angelina Jolie really does bring the watchers, but actors like Aidan Gillen, Nicholas Hoult, John Berthel are really what keeps them watching. I also have to mention Finn Little and Medina Senghor because they too did a phenomenal job. I couldn't help but get the feeling that this might be one of those movies where the book was definitely better. The movie does have its moments, but I don't know, it definitely feels like an adaptation, and that's the kind of scene that you don't want to be seen when making a film adaptation. But there are a few times where the movie really did wow me. There's a scene where Hannah tells Connor to turn around so that she could change her top, and she does it in a way that makes him think that it's like she just wants her privacy, but really she's trying to prevent him from seeing her wounded because she got hit by lightning and it left like a mark across her body. And her trying to hide her wounds from him just so that he doesn't get freaked out even more because he's way in over his head running away from assassins and he doesn't even necessarily know why they're trying to kill him. And she really just needs him to be as calm as possible. It was really powerful for me. That was a truly powerful scene, and I really think it was a moment where Hannah's character really does shine through, even though most of her character is flat, and most of the characters in this movie are flat. I stand by that comment, but that moment felt really real and it was truly powerful to me. And I already said that. But enough of that. On to the reviews. Rotten Tomatoes gave this film a final critic score of 63%. IMDb gave it a solid 6 out of 10, no more, no less. I'm going to give it a 3.7 out of 5. I did not have a good time, but that doesn't mean that you can't have a good time, and I feel like other people might be able to watch this film and greatly enjoy it even though I couldn't. The movie, I do believe, is out of South African cinemas, but I wouldn't encourage you to watch it in cinema anyway, so. And unfortunately, the movie is only available on HBO Max, so if you want to stream it, you'd have to be able to get HBO, and since you can't get HBO in Africa, sorry guys. We do not condone the pirating of any type of content, so do not pirate this movie if you really want to watch it. But that's all from me, guys. If you liked this video, give it a big thumbs up. If you absolutely hated this video and you want it to die in a brilliant blazing forest fire, give it an even bigger thumbs up. As I said before, subscribe and hit the bell to be notified about every time we upload. After that, visit our Patreon and let us hold $1. I do believe that the next video is going to be on Fast 9, so look forward to that. Unfortunately, I can't do a video on Demon Slayer, the movie, because there actually isn't that much to say about it. There's almost less notes that I can make on it than Wrath of Man. But that doesn't mean that it's a bad movie, and if you can watch that movie, do watch that movie. I'm just saying that if I had to make a video on Demon Slayer, it would be a very short video. So maybe I could make a mini video on the Demon Slayer movie. Let me know in the comments if that's something you'd like to see. But as always, all I can guarantee is that you can find me here every Thursday with another video on my thoughts on stuff. Until the next one, take care. Bye-bye.